why kidney makes dilute and concentrated urine? What are the requirements of concentrated urine? Okay, beta. And how medullary interstitial hyperosmolarity is achieved? Once the medullary interstitial hyperosmolarity is achieved, how it is maintained? Why thick loop of Henle is known as counter current multiplier? What is the role of urea recycling in concentration of urine? Why vesa recta is known as counter current exchanger? And what do you mean by the counter current systems? Why urine is normally hypertonic? So you must know all these objectives at the end of the lecture, right? But the question is why? What is the need for kidney, or why kidney make concentrated or dilute urine? So we must know that why kidney sometimes make dilute urine and sometimes make concentrated urine. For that, we must know that whenever we are in a state of, it depends upon the hydration state of body. Kidney passes dilute or concentrated urine. It depends upon the hydration states of body. So whenever we are deprived of water, okay, beta, so we have discussed at the start in the homeostasis chapter that the body will function best only at the optimal favorable states of all variables. All variables have to be maintained. So for kidney to function best, the plasma osmolality should be 300 milliosmol per liter. Whether osmolality is more than 300 or osmolality less than 300, the kidney will not function best. So whenever now kidney will pass concentrated or dilute urine depending upon the hydration state of body. So what in whatever the conditions, if we are deprived of water, when we are deprived of water, certainly the plasma osmolality will be more. And if the plasma osmolality is more, kidney will pass concentrated urine. And by concentrated urine, we mean more solute in the urine, less water in the urine, and less volume of the urine. So why there's less volume of urine? Why there's a less water in the urine? Because water is actually being retained so that the plasma osmolality, which has now become 350 or 400, it should be decreased back to 300, right? So why kidney makes concentrated or dilute urine? It depends upon the plasma osmolality. Kidney pass concentrated urine when we are deprived of water. Kidney pass dilute urine when we are in excess of water. So when we are in dehydration states and when we are deprived of water, so what will happen? In that condition, kidney pass more solute, less water, and less of volume of urine, volume of water in the urine. Okay. And for some reasons, or if we are in water intoxication, if water is more in our blood, again the plasma osmolality will be decreased from 300 maybe to 200. Again, kidney will not function best. So for kidney to function best, now in the dilute urine, the kidney pass more water in the urine, more volume of urine, and less solute in the urine. Solutes are actually being retained so that the osmolality may be increased back to 300. So I hope this is clear. Why kidney pass dilute or concentrated urine? It depends upon hydration state of body. It depends upon the osmolality. If plasma osmolality is more, kidney will not function best, and kidney will pass concentrated urine. Kidney retains water so that the osmolality may be decreased back to normal. Same goes with if we are in excess of water. Again, the plasma osmolality is decreased from 300 to 250 or maybe to 200. Again, in that condition, kidney pass dilute urine. Kidney will pass more volume in the urine. Kidney will retain the solutes so that the plasma osmolality, which have now become 250 or which have now become 200, it may increase back to 300 due to conservation or retention of the solutes. I hope this is clear, bacha. Now let's see what you. But is it clear that why kidney pass concentrated or dilute urine? Is it clear, bacha? ठीक है, तो आपको बोलना है इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द हाइड्रेशन स्टेट, it depends upon the fact that plasma osmolality have to be maintained for kidney to function best. The plasma osmolality should be 300. अगर बढ़ी तो भी काम खराब, कम हुई तो भी काम खराब, तो उस हिसाब से बेटा ठीक है। अच्छा, अब सवाल पे है, नवा सवाल क्वेश्चन है बेटा कि व्हेन किडनी पास कंसंट्रेटेड एंड डाइल्यूट यूरिन, किडनी पास कंसंट्रेटेड यूरिन इन डिहाइड्रेशन स्टेट्स, in severe vomiting, in severe diarrhea, in severe fasting or starvation state, during trauma, during severe hemorrhage, loss of blood, or during the hypovolemic states. So in all hypovolemic states, kidney pass concentrated urine. So when kidney pass dilute urine, in diabetes insipidus and SIAD, if the diabetes insipidus is what? It is decrease in ADH. When there's a decrease in ADH, kidney pass dilute urine because ADH है ही नहीं, ADH एंटी डायूरेसिस करता है, वाटर एब्जॉर्प्शन करता है। जब ADH नहीं है तो सारा वाटर जो है वो एज इट इज यूरिन में चला जाता है। so, उस सूरत में भी यूरिन डाइल्यूट होता है। अगर ये बात नहीं है, अगर सियाड है, सियाड मींस syndrome of inappropriate ADH, if there's more ADH, again more water is reabsorbed, again the osmolality will be diluted, again the osmolality will become 250 or maybe 200, again the plasma osmolality is disturbed, again in that condition kidney have to pass dilute urine. That means okay bacha. Now another question is, what is concentrated urine and what is dilute urine? You must be able to define what is concentrated urine and what is dilute urine. By concentrated urine we mean more solute in the urine, less water in the urine, and less volume of urine. By dilute urine we mean more water in the urine, less solute in the urine, less volume or more volume of water in the urine. So more water, more volume, less solute, it is dilute urine. More solute, less volume, and bacha. ठीक है बच्चा? So this is known as dilute concentrated urine. You must know what is concentrated urine and you must know what is dilute urine. Okay. And then you must know what are the requirements of the making urine concentrated. Basically, there are two requirements. One, there is presence of ADH, because without ADH, there is no water absorption from the dead DCT and collecting ducts. Two, the medullary interstitium should be hyperosmolar. Medullary interstitium should be hyperosmolar. Okay. When osmolality is more, when we are in deprivation state, when we are in dehydration state, kidney pass small volume of urine and it will be concentrated. When the osmolality is less than 300, that is 200, kidney pass a large volume of urine and that will be dilute urine. So this we have already discussed. So now अब सवाल है कि how medullary interstitium hyperosmolality is achieved. For concentrated urine, we need ADH, we need medullary interstitium should be hyperosmolar. Now the question is how medullary interstitium hyperosmolality is achieved. So हम इधर आपको समझाते हैं। बेटा ये हमने कल डिस्कस किया था बच्चा कि भाई हमने कहा था ना कि thin descending limb of loop of Henle, this is medullary interstitium, this is medullary interstitium बच्चा। हम कह रहे हैं concentrated urine के लिए medullary interstitium should be hyperosmolar, and we have said that ये जो thin descending limb of loop of Henle, it is permeable to water, it causes absorption of water. So this absorption occurs due to what? Because there is a 200 milliosmol per liter, but a vertical osmotic gradient difference between the medullary interstitium and renal tubular fluid of the thin descending limb of loop of Henle. There is the osmotic vertical gradient difference. So for that, due to osmosis, water leaves the thin descending limb of loop of Henle and it goes into the interstitium. This is one thing. This is according to the law of osmosis. Okay, bacha. अब सवाल है कि how medullary interstitium hyperosmolality is achieved. We have said that it is achieved by the 60% by counter multiplier and 40% by urea recycling. ठीक है बच्चा? हमने कहा ना बेटा थिक लूप ऑफ हेनले एंड 40% यूरिया रिसाइक्लिंग. अब इधर आते हैं बेटा, ये थिक लूप ऑफ हेनले ना, this is thick loop of Henle. Okay, this is thick loop of Henle. We have discussed yesterday about the features of thick loop of Henle, that it have got the NaK2Cl pump here. NaK2Cl pump. This pump continuously throwing solutes in the interstitium. Each time fluid is coming from the glomerulus, Bowman capsule, PCT, thin loop of Henle descending, and then into the thick loop of Henle. Each time this NaK2Cl pump, it throws solutes in the interstitium. So actually, the thick loop of Henle or NaK2Cl pump, it throws solutes in the interstitium. Why it is continuously throwing the solutes in the interstitium? Because it have to maintain 60% of medullary interstitium hyperosmolality, because it is a requirement for making urine concentrated. And we have said that the 40% of urea recycling, it is also contributing to the medullary interstitial hyperosmolality. We have discussed yesterday that the urea absorption occurs in PCT, and then urea absorption occurs in the late medullary ducts. We have said that urea reabsorption occurs via this UTA1 and A2, A3 co-transporter. UTA1 and A3 co-transporter, it is activated by ADH hormone. We have said yesterday, urea is very concentrated substance. It will not go directly into the urine. It will reabsorb, re-enter into thin ascending limb of loop of Henle and re-secreted, reabsorb, re-secreted, re-enter, reabsorb, re-secreted, re-enter, reabsorb for several times, because urea is a concentrated substance. And जब उसका यूरिया का आना जाना लगा रहेगा ना बेटा, तो it is actually maintaining the 40% of the medullary, maintaining नहीं, it is making the 40% of the urinary medullary interstitium hyperosmolality. बात समझ में आ रही है? 40% urinary जो medullary interstitium hyperosmolality है, it is because of urea recycling. यूरिया यूरिन में एज इट इज जाता नहीं है, वो सर्कुलेट करता रहता है, रिसर्कुलेट करता रहता है. जब यहाँ आता है, फिर इंटरस्टिशियम में आता है, फिर री इंटर होता है. आपको पता है ये थिन ascending loop of Henle में UTA2 को ट्रांसपोर्टर भी है. यूरिया एंटर होता है, यूरिया घूमता रहता है, घूमता रहता है, घूमता रहता है, जिससे वजह से क्या होता है, इट कंट्रीब्यूट्स टू 40% ऑफ यूरिया, 40% ऑफ medullary interstitial hyperosmolality. Is it clear? I hope this is clear. Thick loop of Henle, which is counter-current multiplied, it is contributing 60% medullary interstitium hyperosmolality. Urea recycling is contributing to the medullary interstitium hyperosmolality by 40%. You must know that how this interstitial hyperosmolality is achieved. भाई अगर बेटा सोडियम क्लोराइड और पोटेशियम कंसंट्रेशन इंटरस्टिशियम में बढ़ेगी, तो इंटरस्टिशियम की हाइपर ऑस्मोलिटी होगी ना, मेडुलरी इंटरस्टिशियम के अंदर सॉल्यूट्स बढ़ेंगे ना बच्चा. बेटा अच्छा बेटा, once the medullary interstitium hyperosmolality is achieved, it has to be maintained. So there are different factors which are making medullary interstitium hyperosmolar, and there are different factors which are maintaining medullary interstitial hyperosmolality. So medullary interstitial hyperosmolality is once achieved, it is maintained by vasorecta and sluggish blood flow of medulla. फिर वापस जाते हैं. देखो हम क्या करें बेटा, ये कॉर्टेक्स है, ये सारा कॉर्टेक्स है. कॉर्टेक्स की ब्लड सप्लाई बहुत फास्ट है, बहुत हाई है. मेडुला की ब्लड सप्लाई स्लो है, मेडुला की ब्लड सप्लाई स्लो है. ठीक है बेटा, कॉर्टेक्स की ब्लड सप्लाई ज्यादा क्यों है, ताकि जल्दी जल्दी जो भी एसेंशियल न्यूट्रिएंट्स हैं तो वो जल्दी जल्दी रीअब्सॉर्ब होकर ब्लड में आए और हमारा काम चलता रहे. लेकिन ब्लड सप्लाई जो मेडुला की है वो स्लो है. जैसे स्लो ब्लड सप्लाई मेडुला की होगी ना, तो देयर इज अ स्लो वॉश आउट ऑफ द सॉल्यूट्स फ्रॉम इंटरस्टिशियम. देयर इज अ वेरी स्लो, वेरी sluggish washing out of the solids from the medullary interstitium. From medullary interstitium, this actually contributes to the maintenance of the medullary interstitial hyperosmolality. We don't want medullary interstitium hyperosmolality or medullary interstitium solutes to wash away. Once it is washed out, concentrated urine cannot be formed. Is it clear? Now this is Vasoracta, bacha. Another role of in the maintenance of the medullary interstitium hyperosmolarity, it is the Vasoracta. Vasoracta are nothing but the bunch of capillaries which surrounds the blood vessels, which surrounds the loop of Henle. ये देखे ना, ये बचा descending loop of Henle, descending limb of Vasoracta. This is ascending limb of Vasoracta. Both of these limbs have got similar features as that of the loop of Henle. Now this descending limb, it actually surrounds the descending limb of loop of Henle, which was permeable to solutes, which was permeable to water, which was impermeable to solutes. Okay, bacha. So same goes with the ascending limb of Vasoracta. So ascending thick loop of Henle, it is impermeable to water and permeable to solutes. So what happens? Actually, but water which is leaving this descending limb will exchange with the opposite limb, and the solutes which are leaving this ascending limb will exchange with the opposite limb. So जैसे ही solutes आएंगे जाएंगे through the interstitium, actually they are maintaining the medullary interstitium hyperosmolarity. If it would have not been in this way, whether the osmolality of the blood would have become 1200 milliosmol per liter. But thanks to this curve of Vasoracta, जैसे capillary end से fluid गया तो भी osmolality 300, and when the fluid is leaving through the venous end, again the osmolality is 300. Okay, bacha. Why we call it as an exchanger? Because water and solutes are being exchanged with the opposite limb, and this is one of the factors which are maintaining the medullary interstitial hyperosmolality once it is achieved. I hope this is clear, bacha. So you must know why Vasoracta is known as counter current exchanger, and why sluggish blood flow. It helps in the maintenance of the medullary interstitial hyperosmolality. जितना blood flow कम होगा, उतना less slowly solutes wash out होंगे, और उतना ज्यादा interstitium hyperosmolality बरकरार रहेगी. कॉर्टेक्स की ब्लड सप्लाई बहुत तेज है, ताकि जल्दी जल्दी वाटर एब्जॉर्ब हो कलेक्टिंग डक्ट से और लेडिसिटी से जल्दी जल्दी ग्लूकोज एब्जॉर्ब हो, अमाइनो एसिड एब्जॉर्ब हो, पीसीटी में जो कुछ भी हो रहा है वो जल्दी जल्दी हो. मेडुला में से नहीं होता. उसका भी रीजन है कि मेडुला में से क्यों नहीं होता. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर बच्चा. What do you mean by counter system? Counter current systems. Again हम पीछे जाते हैं बच्चा. Counter current systems. The counter current system मतलब क्या बच्चा? When there are two tubules which are approximated with each other, in one tubule or in one limb, the flow of fluid is in one direction, and in other limb, the flow of fluid is in opposite direction. We call this as the counter current systems. This counter current system is also working in brain, in the testes as well. So what do you mean by counter current systems? There are two tubules. When there are two tubules, two limbs which are approximated with each other, and the flow of fluid in both limbs is in opposite direction, we call this as the counter current systems. So that is why the thick loop of Henle is known as counter current multiplier. It is counter current because ऐसे ही है ना, ऐसे ही. Again the Vasoracta, these are the bunch of capillaries which surrounds the loop of Henle, वो भी ऐसे ही है. तो इसीलिए हम Vasoracta को भी हम कहते हैं काउंटर करंट एक्सचेंजर. वहां पे सॉल्यूट और वाटर एक्सचेंज हो रहे हैं, और काउंटर करंट मल्टीप्लायर में थिक लूप ऑफ Henle मल्टीप्लाई कर रहा है सॉल्यूट्स को इंटरस्टिशियम में, मेडुलरी इंटरस्टिशियम में. दिस इंटरस्टिशियम वो क्यों मेंटेन कर रहा है? बिकॉज कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ यूरिन के लिए ये बड़ा जरूरी है. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर बच्चा. आपको ये बताओ बेटा के, और व्हाट इज नॉर्मल यूरिन ऑस्मोलरिटी? इट इज 600. व्हाट इज मैक्सिमम यूरिन ऑस्मोलरिटी? इट इज 1200. एंड अल्लाह, मैंने एक ऑब्जेक्टिव था शायद, मेरा ख्याल है कि व्हाई नॉर्मली यूरिन इज हाइपरटोनिक. urine is normally hypertonic because of obligatory water loss. We calculate obligatory water loss by normal urine osmolality concentration divided by maximum urine osmolality concentration, and the answer is 0.5 liter. So normally urine is hypertonic. If someone asks why, the reason is obligatory water loss. And what is obligatory water loss? It is the water loss through the insensible water loss other than the kidney, water loss other than the urine, because there's a loss of water through the feces as well. There's a loss of water through the sweating and perspiration as well, and there's a loss of water through the lungs as well. So Allah Taala को पता है कि we are somewhat in a state of dehydration. So Allah ने शुरू में ही हमारा यूरिन जो है ना concentrated रखा है, ताकि why concentrated क्यों रखा है, इसलिए कि 0.5 लीटर हम कुछ ना भी करें ना, still 0.5 लीटर हमेशा insensible route से बेटा ये water loss होता है. तो अगर आपसे कोई पूछे why normally urine is hypertonic, because of obligatory water loss 5.5 liter, because of insensible water loss through the intestine via the feces, through the skin via the sweating, through the respiratory system by evaporation and all this. Any questions? If we go back, you must know all the objectives. You must know, bacha. Why kidney makes dilute and concentrated urine? It depends upon the hydration state of body. It depends upon the plasma osmolality, because according to homeostasis, no system will work until the variables have to be maintained within the normal range. So for the kidney to function best, the plasma osmolality should be 300. If we are deprived of water, kidney will pass concentrated urine, kidney will conserve water, and kidney will try to make the plasma osmolality back to 300. Same goes with the dilute urine. Kidney pass dilute urine in both decrease ADH and increase ADH. Okay, bacha? So when we are in excess of water, again the osmolality will be diluted. Again plasma osmolality will become 250, maybe 200. Again kidney will not function best. So in that condition, kidney pass the dilute urine. Kidney retains the solutes, and in this way, the plasma osmolality is increased again back to 300. And we must know what is concentrated urine. We must know what is dilute urine. We must know in which conditions kidney pass concentrated urine. We must know in which condition kidney pass dilute urine. We must know what are the requirements of concentrated urine. There are two requirements. One is the ADH or vasopressin, and another is medullary interstitium should be hyperosmolar. How medullary interstitium hyperosmolar is achieved? It is achieved through 60% via counter-current multiplier, that is thick loop of Henle, and 40% via urea recycling. How medullary interstitial hyperosmolar is maintained? लोग इसको mix करते हैं. It is maintained by vasorecta and sluggish blood flow, slow blood flow of medulla. Why thick loop of Henle is known as counter-current multiplier? आपको ये भी पता है. You must know what the role of urea recycling. The urea concentrated substance है, यूरिया को 40% कंट्रीब्यूशन देनी है मेडुलरी इंटरेस्टियम की हाइपर ऑस्मोलैलिटी में. तो लिहाजा यूरिया एज इट इज यूरिन में जाता नहीं है, वो थ्रू एडीएच वाया यूटी A1 and A3 को ट्रांसपोर्टर comes into the intestinal loop of Henle. So resecrete, reabsorb, re-enter for several times, because it has to maintain 40% of medullary interstitial hyperosmolality. So medullary interstitial hyperosmolality is achieved by 60% counter-current multiplier, 40% by urea recycling, and it is maintained by vasorecta and sluggish blood flow of medulla. Why thick loop of Henle is known as counter-current multiplier? Why vasorecta is known as counter-current exchanger? You must know that. And what do you mean by the counter-current systems? And why urine is normally hypertonic? It is because of obligatory water loss. It is because of the insensible water loss, that is 0.5 liter. So normally we are in a state of somewhat dehydration. So Allah Ta'ala ने urine को normally hypertonic रखा है. The urine osmolality is double than that of plasma. So that's it. You are any question you are free to ask. जी बात आपकी सही, आप सही कह रहे हैं बच्चा राहुल। आप कह रहे हैं ना व्हेन एडीएस इज मोर, दैट इज इन केस ऑफ सियाड। वो बात आपकी सही है कि एडीएस ज्यादा होगा तो जाहिर है रीअब्जॉर्प्शन ज्यादा होगी, यूरिन में पानी कम जाएगा। तो इनिशियली टू स्टार्ट विद द यूरिन विल बी कंसंट्रेटेड, बट लेटर ऑन व्हेन द ऑस्मोलिटी इज टू मच डाइल्यूटेड, जाहिर है ज्यादा पानी एब्जॉर्ब हो रहा है तो प्लाज्मा ऑस्मोलिटी विल बी टू मच डाइल्यूटेड, उसकी प्लाज्मा ऑस्मोलिटी 250 हो जाएगी, 200 हो जाएगी। तो इनिशियली तो यूरिन कंसंट्रेटेड होगा, ये बात आपकी सही है। देन लेटर ऑन रिफ्लेक्सली और नेगेटिव फीडबैकली तो किडनी क्या करेगी बच्चा, किडनी फिर ज्यादा यूरिन पास करना शुरू करेगी, ज्यादा डायल्यूट यूरिन पास करेगी ताकि ऑस्मोलिटी जो डायल्यूट हो गई है ना वो दोबारा 300 तक आए। तो इनिशियली इन SAD kidney pass concentrated urine, you are very right, but in long term kidney have to pass dilute urine because 250 और 200 पे किडनी काम कर ही नहीं सकती, तो रिफ्लेक्सली किडनी को फिर बाद में डाइल्यूट यूरिन पास करना पड़ेगा। मेडुलरी इंटरस्टिशियम हाइपोऑस्मोलर नहीं, मेडुलरी इंटरस्टिशियम शुड बी हाइपरऑस्मोलर, हाइपरऑस्मोलर। मेडुला के अंदर ऑस्मोलिटी सॉलिड्स की मिकदार ज्यादा होनी चाहिए कंसंट्रेशन यूरिन के लिए, ये बात हम कर रहे हैं उमेमा। इट इज नॉट हाइपोऑस्मोलर, इट इज हाइपरऑस्मोलर। बेटा एनी क्वेश्चंस बच्चा? यू शुड नो ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, जो मैंने समझाया है ना वो आप समझ के लिखे जहन में। ये मेरी जो प्रेजेंटेशन है ये बेटा सिर्फ बुलेट पॉइंट्स में मेन मेन पॉइंट है जो मैंने समझानी दी है ना, जो समझाया है वो आप कहीं लिख लें या नोट कर लें या रिकॉर्ड कर लें, जो भी वट एवर द केस में भी, ताकि आप अच्छी तरीके से जवाब दे सकें। अगर इम्तिहान में हम पूछें कि हाउ मेडुलरी हाइपोस्मोल इज अचीव्ड एंड मेंटेन्ड, तो आप लिखेंगे इट इज अचीव्ड बाय दीज टू फैक्टर्स, इट इज मेंटेन्ड बाय दीज टू फैक्टर्स। तो फिर आप बोलेंगे कि काउंटर का मल्टीप्लायर ने कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट किया, यूरिया रिसाइकिल ने कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट किया, वेजाइटा क्या है उसने कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट किया, और बेटा स्लगिश ब्लड फ्लो ने कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट किया। चार चार लाइनें लिख के वो जवाब सही हो जाएगा। But a counter current system means when there are two tubules, when there are two limbs, in one limb or in one tubule, the flow of fluid is in one direction, and in the opposite limb, the flow of fluid is in the opposite direction. और आप बोले दो ट्यूब्यूल्स के अंदर दो फ्लूइड का फ्लूइड मूवमेंट का जो डायरेक्शन है ना वो अपोजिट होगी। देयर इज अ अपोजिट मूवमेंट ऑफ द फ्लूइड इन द टू लिम्स। जिस तरह काउंटर करंट मल्टीपल लूप आप ले ना, वो नीचे जा रहा है, एक लिम्ब में नीचे जा रहा है, दूसरे लिम्ब में ऊपर जा रहा है। तो काउंटर करंट सिस्टम्स आर दोज सिस्टम्स in which there are two tubules which are close with each other, which are approximated with each other. In one tubule or in one limb, the flow of fluid is in one direction. In other limb, the flow of fluid is in the upward direction. So in a way, the flow of fluid is in opposite direction. This is counter current systems. तो ये बड़ा जरूरी है ताकि इंटरस्टिशियम की हाइपर ऑस्मोलिटी को अचीव किया जाए। क्लियर है बच्चा? हाँ जी इरफान, is it clear? Okay, thank you very much. But Mir Mohan, kindly give me the attendance, bacha. Mir Mohan, please send me the attendance.